are left behind in our systems and how to just, process and unlearn all of that. But now I will throw the conversation to the crowd for like 10 minutes. Do you have questions, comments, remarks you want to make? So we can, I don't want it to just be like we're talking and talking. I want to hear from you guys too. And I know they are willing to answer some questions. So by show of hands, anyone wants to say a thing or two? No one? Oh, okay.
Thank you so much, panelists. Let's put our hands together for them for the amazing work they've been doing. Okay, so my question to Shavala, a filmmaker, and Fatih, the documentary photographer, what active role can what active role can female storytellers, photographers and filmmakers put in actually owning the narrative and driving it in a way that is empowering for women and girls? You had mentioned some...
Like I said, storytelling provides us the opportunities that our existence is acknowledged in this world in so many forms. So for me, as a filmmaker, most of what I'm writing, I always make sure that there's some sort of representation with what I want to see. So for instance, and it is very much influenced by the things that we see around. So for instance, let's say, I've not written yet, but for instance, let's say I would like to see a Nigerian female president. I have the power to write that. A lot of people might not think that that is possible, but in film it's possible, right? Because it gives me the power to show what I want to see in the world, and it also influences others. The way that I've seen, maybe I'm watching Scandal, I don't know who is familiar with Scandal, and then she's speaking so smart, she's doing all of these things as a lawyer. I'm like, am I a mumu lawyer? Like, does she have two heads? So it just makes me see that these things are possible, right? So for me, also, I would want to write things for others to see that this is possible as well. So I feel like it also helps inspire them, tell them that, this is possible, you can do this, you can achieve this. So that is literally where I come in. And especially with the route I'm taking with advocacy, gender equality, domestic violence, women empowerment, all of that. So even if it's just one or two side characters, extra characters, I always just throw a splash of it in it. So yeah, that's just my own contribution to...
Yeah, so for me, like I said, I really enjoy looking at history and portrayals of women in history, and even portrayals of women in contemporary advertising. Like if you look at certain ads, you see how a woman is portrayed. I think there was a very controversial ad, I forgot the brand, but a man means of narratives so that we see ourselves in certain positions. Like she said, I really enjoyed Scandal. I really enjoyed watching women in certain positions. There was one that Mo Abudu did, I think it was called The Governor or something like that. Even in Bling Lagosians, although it's not such a great movie, I enjoyed seeing how, rich women came across, very powerful, very dominant, they ran the home. So I want to see women in multiplicities, in their duplicities, and I think that women filmmakers, women photographers have that sensitivity. Having said that, I'm not saying men don't have it, but men see certain stories, women see certain stories. You have to learn and unlearn what each gender really sees before you now project it to the world.
Thank you so much. Please put your hands together for them once more. We have a question from there. Could you help me, sir, with the mic?
Sorry.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please, my question is this. My name is Samuel Isayadi. And then,
Can you tell us your name?
good afternoon, everyone. My name is Samuel Isayadi. And then I want to understand, in your creatives, how do you, in your creatives and storytelling and photojournalism, how do you balance the cultural and religious biases? I really like to get to understand that. How do you balance the biases as it has to do with culture? Yes, that has to do with the both of you. It has to do with culture and religious biases. Thank you.
Yeah, for me, I always say that I'm a chameleon, and I always want to change color wherever I go. And I think it's also very important because every community you go to is different. Every country you go to is different. So if I'm working in Maiduguri, there's a certain manner of approach that I have. There's a certain style of dressing that I have. It's not to say I'm conforming to it, but I'm respecting the culture, and I'm also respecting the religion, and I'm also respecting the elders who expect a certain type of protocol. So it's always good to shift and change and mold into whatever that society sort of wants. And I'm not saying like if there's certain places where you go and everybody is in bomb shorts, you have to wear that. I'm just saying that be respectful of the culture, be aware of the culture, and also try to understand it so that you can work better in that way. So if I go to a mosque, I act a little differently. If I'm at a church, I make sure that I know what they don't want me to do. And I went to a sermon actually, and then the pastor had left the pulpit and I was standing close to it, and they said, no, you can't stand here. I was like, okay, let me move here. So you have to really navigate it with sensitivity. And honestly, there are some cultures that are a bit restrictive that you have to really bulldoze into. So you have to, there are places I go to, for example, they'll say, oh, women are not allowed here. I think I went to a budget reading and they said once the governor comes in, the door is locked. So I had to really beg and beg and beg and show them my press card. So there are many, many obstacles. It's not just like culture and religion, there's also power, where in Nigeria, there are certain places where it's too powerful for you to navigate. So you have to follow the protocol, and you have to respect the people that are in positions of power. And I know that there's a lot of nepotism as well, but you have to learn how to navigate that. I don't know if there are workshops for that, but I've had to talk to people who are in certain positions. Like if I'm going for a government event, I do ask
what she had said. I know that it's important to always, respect cultures and religions, but sometimes there are certain things that we see that is wrong in certain cultures, right? And we as storytellers want to kind of like make a change. I was speaking to my friend the other time, and she told me that at her dad's burial, she wasn't allowed to speak because she was female, and that is the culture there. And I'm like, I need to write about this. Like, what's happening? Let's do a documentary. Let's do something. We need to do something about it. So while we respect other people's cultures, right, as a storyteller, it is also important to know how you can approach a narrative in a way that it is respectful, but you are making a statement, right? So it is all in the writing. It's one thing to write and be like, this culture it doesn't make sense or anything, but there's a way that you can also do it respectfully without completely saying, let's leave it, and not doing anything about it, and also balancing that with respect as well. So approach is also very important.
Thank you. We have a question from there, please.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Derunke Abdul. First, I would like to add something before I ask. Can you hear me? Okay. Hello, my name is Derunke Abdul. First, I'd like to make a remark before I ask a question. It is very inspiring being here, listening to both of you and what your experiences and your backgrounds. And most of us, especially younger females, we hear this and then just want to go into work immediately. But there are certain level of multidimensional, factors that we have to consider as a woman. Like personally, I am a female Yoruba, writer and documentary producer. All that factors make me into one person, which is a woman, and it also has a role it plays in my career. And when we hear, this talks like this as a woman, you want to go out and start working. What advice do you have for women who want to actually go out? Because there are a lot of factors to consider. There's the mental health factor when you start out and you want to work, but things don't really start out. You know, we have this Instagram and social media life where, you know, we don't really know you personally, but we see you achieving great things, and we expect that, you know, when we start, we're going to achieve great things. So there's that mindset that when you rush into things, you know, you tend to want to fall back because it's not happening the way you already pictured it how to be, because there's certain barriers on different levels. So how, just like give like tips or advice, you know, how to guide when you want to start, you know, as a woman?
That's a very good question.
Thank you.
There are different approaches to that, you know, breaking those barriers. I'm just going to give my own, because my own is different from my own, because there's no well of experiences that, you know, everybody has to. But there was a viral video of a woman, I think in Kenya, that said, good girls don't get corner office, right? So you have to, there are certain things that is not fair, but we have to fight for, right? There are certain things that, you know, we see that are bad, there are challenges, there are barriers, but you have to go for it, because literally good girls don't get corner office. You will achieve nothing by just sitting down and being timid and bending to people's rules, right? There's no great woman in history that has achieved something, but the times I'm scared to do something, I just do it anyway. So for me, I would say it's confidence and just go for it.
Yeah, I think that's one. I think that's very, very important. You know, you have to do the inner work. You know, you have to work on your self-esteem. I remember when I got a master's and I was doing a scholarship, and I went there, and the first week, like, everyone was talking about imposter syndrome, and they feel like I was like, what is that? I don't even know what that is. You know, as a Nigerian, like, I worked hard, I arrived here, I deserve it, you know, so I didn't understand what they were talking about. So you have to come into the room knowing that you have something that the room needs. And I think that you have, for me anyway, you have to be very rebellious. You know, you have to, people are always waiting for somebody to open the door for them, open the window to enter. And it's a very Nigerian thing. Oh, my uncle took my CV, I'm waiting. You really have to bulldoze your way into that room. And then when you get there, you realize that it's just human beings like yourself. Like, you know, some are ordinary, some are extraordinary, but you also deserve to be in certain spaces. So that confidence is very key. And then be very strategic, because oftentimes if you enter the room and then you have no strategy, it's not going to work. How do I work this room? How do I navigate it? How do I talk to these people in this room? So the elevator pitch is also very important. Frame your words. Frame how you approach people. Be polite. Have a lot of, you know, diplomatic ways in which you talk to people and get what you want. And then another mistake most people make is that when you get there, you think, oh, it's a network, boom, 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 I have to get what I want. But develop friendships. You know, it's important to get to know people and be kind to them, be compassionate to them, not just, oh, network, network. It's very important that you see them as human beings. And oftentimes, a lot of people have this ability to have a mutually beneficial relationship where it's not really clear, you know, are we friends or are we connections or is it a network? So you can build friendships as well. It's not always hustle, hustle, hustle. And then the other thing that worked for me is always having your vision. You know, I have a small notepad. I write all of the things that I want to do. And then somebody helped me by telling me, I met her and I said, I want this, I want this, I want this. And she said, no, slow down. You know, take it in phases. What's your phase one? What's your phase two? What's your phase? So all the things I wanted to accomplish from 10 years ago, when I slowed down and I took them in phases, it was achievable. So there's a need for, I don't know if it's a Nigerian thing, but people are rushing to get to where they want to be, and the destination is always not swift. Don't always take the elevator. You can take the stairs too and gain a lot of experience while going up there, you know? So, and another thing is, like, invest in workshops, in conferences. I always encourage creatives to go back to school. Oh, I picked up a camera, I'm a filmmaker. No, there are lots of historical aspects. There are lots of theories in the media. There are lots of film movements around the world that you need to know about. So educate yourself. Go back to school. And, you know, YouTube is also a school if you cannot afford to go back, you know, physically. You can, Coursera is there, LinkedIn, there's so many videos. So enhance yourself in terms of education. And then the Nigerian way, package yourself. Have a website, have a LinkedIn, go get your headshot, invest in your skin. I'm really serious about that. In our workshops, I even bring up products like invest in your look. We are addressed the way we are dressed. So it's important. I even tell people perfume is very important. So that packaging in terms of your profession is important, but in terms of your personal look is also very vital. You go to conferences, everybody is in suit. Why are they doing that? Because they know that this space requires that. So every space, study it. Every country I go to, I read excessively about it. I want to know what to do when I get there. I don't want to be uninformed. So be very strategic, work on your inner self-esteem, have a strategy, have your goal, write down all of the list of things you want to do, take it in phases, and have patience. But it costs money. So one thing is saving. I work for like a year and I have a steady salary, and then I invest it in my equipment, I invest it in my clothes, I invest it in things that I feel like will take me to the next step. So money is very vital. No uncle is coming to take your CV and buy you a camera and take you abroad. Like, do it yourself.
Okay. Okay, just one last
Wait,
question.
let me just add to that.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. As you can see, her approach is very different, very calm, very demure, very mindful. I just want to add to the confidence bit of it. There was one time regretfully, I was part of a podcast, and I also noticed that most of the women creatives that come there sell themselves short a lot. And then the men just come, I'm the greatest rapper in Africa. You're not. You're not. But the audacity that they come with, sometimes I wish like I could just fetch a little bit from it. They come with so much audacity. They've not done a lot, but the men, and that's one thing that I really took away from that experience. There was a lady that came, she does crochet, right? And then we were asking her about her brand, and she was just talking, I just started this little brand. After the show, I checked her business. I'm like, girl, it's an international brand, website, everything, sales. I'm like, why are you talking about, this is a little crochet, a little what? So we women, like I've noticed, I don't know if there's like some kind of societal influence or cultural influence, we sell ourselves short a lot. And I'm just saying we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do that because the way you see yourself, that's how people see you. Walk into the room with confidence, walk into the room owning your stuff. No matter how little it is, you did that. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to add.
Yeah, please put your hands. And it's all parts of the visual culture. I mean, we grew up on Nollywood films where the girl dates the poor boy and he makes money and they're happy, or she dates the rich guy and he uses her for ritual or something like that. It's all, what we consume. That's what makes us who we are. And that's why we're changing the narrative now. So we have a question from her and then we'll wrap up. Please, sorry, could you come get it?
Hi, my name is Becky Awo. I'm a documentary photographer from Jos. And my question is to Fati. So we talk about this industry as a male-dominated industry, and you've said a lot of things. How do you deal with, because I feel even before you start, because it's a male-dominated industry, at a point in life, you need the male figures, right? So how do you balance the whole thing where there's a project and you are good for the project, and they tell you, we can't do this project with you because you're a lady. And, it's always hard to work with ladies because you have to do a whole budget for ladies. But if we're working with guys, we can just manage the whole thing and we can stay in the same room. But as a lady, there's a special budget for this. So how do you manage this? Because you check that, okay, this lady is perfect for the job. But they give you these excuses because you're a lady. Then they go ahead to hire a male photographer to do it. Thank you.
Wow. I'm really shocked because I'm hearing this for the first time that there's a special budget for ladies. I just knew that there's a special budget for creatives. And really, any project that says they're staying in the same room, like, don't be on that project. I think we're not in like hostel in university again where everybody is crammed in one room. Ideally, it should be a working environment that is suitable for you as a creative. So first of all, they have to have a budget for everybody where you can have your own independent room and then you can have all of the facilities that you require. I personally will never go on a project like that where they're already cutting down. So it's an economy thing. People want to do a low budget thing and then do a grand event on the outside, but really how you treat your staff is also very important. So I would discourage you from going on projects like that actually, because you deserve so much better. And then you know, that affects your mental health as well, because they are already downgrading you to a low budget experience and they expect you to tolerate that. Then in terms of, you know, where projects you are sidelined, I would say start your own projects, because you're not going to constantly wait for people to put you on projects. You work, like I had to do a full-time job to make sure that I could afford my camera and my gear, and then I started all on my own. I didn't need somebody to be on my project with me. It was just me with a camera outside, you know. So do your own projects. We have social media. There's YouTube where you can project it. There are open calls for films and photos where you can apply. So you don't always need somebody, you know. And then in terms of navigating not needing a man or needing a man, I think we need each other generally as people for the industry to work. We're not saying that, oh, we don't need men. We need everybody on ground, all hands on deck for it to work. But you just have to understand that each gender has their problems, and then identify what the problems are with each gender and learn how to navigate it. And I always say, like, if you see a problem, you have to highlight it, because if you let it go, it will fester and fester, and then it will destroy the whole project. So what I encourage is have a briefing. For most projects that I've done, and there's a project from a Danish woman, I really loved working with her. Every morning we have a briefing where we discuss what we're about to do. And then when we come back, we have a briefing again. And there was even a fight in that briefing. And some of us were not even talking to each other for most of the project. It was on the final day that we were like, oh, everybody is leaving, let's rectify this. So it's good to voice out things that are not working. And if you're working with a man, you first of all treat him as a creative first, because he has a talent that he brings to the table. If he's a problematic man, then you highlight to the team that there's a problem here and we need to solve it. And despite me saying that, women also have problems too. So how does that affect the creative team is what you look at the end of the day. Identify it, highlight it, deal with that problem, and then you move on to the next stage. If not, it will affect the entire production. You're going to look crazy on your screening day, on your exhibition day. So learn how to live with people. Learn how to highlight what the problems are. Learn how to solve them as well. And then you move forward. But never, never go into that one room with 4 people.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fatima Abubakar, please put your hands together. Such inspiring, such, you know. And I think just to wrap up, I'll ask 3 questions in one that you both will have to answer. Don't worry, it's not so scary. First, I want you both to give me names of people you look up to in the creative industry. I like to do this so people know, bonus if they are women, so people know more, you know, women in this space. And then the second question is, what current projects do you have going on, and what can we look forward to from you both? And then the last is, what will an ideal visual culture in Nigeria be for you? So just take a pause and reimagine that, and then tell us, share it with us. Who wants to go first?
Since I have the mic.
Okay.
For me, the people that I look up to, I'm about to shalaye now. So, mostly, yeah, when you're in a group of filmmakers, right? When they ask, oh, who is your favorite filmmaker? They want to call some profound, somebody that has won an Oscar, Christopher Nolan. Yes, that's the person I like. And they might not necessarily enjoy the movie, right? Or they might not necessarily understand it, but, that kind of feeling off. And I used to have that kind of guilt before. And then I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to like who I like, right? And the people that I connect with most, it's not even about their work exactly, it's their journey that I follow more because it resonates with me, right? So I would say, for one, Ava DuVernay, the director of Selma, When They See Us. I love her journey. Like, I follow her journey. She started a bit late. Like she said, she picked up a camera first time when she was 32. So the journey, I watch her interviews, what
Please,
she's
can
saying.
we have one house, please? Let's just quiet down. We're wrapping up anyway.
So her journey inspires me. So most of the times, like I say, I separate the art from, the artist sometimes. It's like I'm more drawn. Even Issa Rae, she might not have the greatest films or most nominations, but her journey, I follow it. It inspires me because of how she started, and it just reminds me of me as well. So I would say Ava, Issa Rae, Mo Abudu as well, Auntie Mo. I really, love her journey, where she came from, where she has gone to, and where she's still going. Your second question is what again? What projects am I working on? Nothing personally, to be honest. I'm not working on any personal project. I'm doing some commission work for an embassy, some documentaries. Nothing I want to talk about right now, but I'm not doing anything personal. Yeah. I do visual culture. I think this goes without saying. Just a space where women are fully represented, right? Where we are fully represented, where these topics, we don't have to discuss them anymore. They just become redundant. There's no, oh, we're empowering women here. There's just a balance. So I feel like that's what will be ideal for me, where a situation or a time where we don't have to keep having these conversations. We just did it. It's done. We've achieved it. We are going, and women are, seen.
Thank you so much. Please put your hands together for Chavala. Okay, first, artist you look up to.
Well, an artist I look up to would have to be a street photographer who was a nanny. Her story is very interesting. Like, her work wasn't discovered till after somebody found it in a storage, and now it's like a photo book about all the little pictures she took. She stayed with many families. The documentary is very beautiful, but her name is Vivian Maya, so I really loved how abstract her work is. For me, it's all about the aesthetics, and I really love seeing what people see. So it's crazy to hear a nanny with a camera and all the beautiful things, just mundane. Sometimes it's even a trash bag, but it was very mundane, very everyday pictures that she took, and I really love her. And then I love Ida Mulune. She's an Ethiopian photographer. She's very like fine arts. She talks about a lot of very important issues in society, but she looks at it in a very colorful way, and we're not used to seeing a lot of African stories like that. And there are many, many others, but another I love is an Iranian visual artist. Her name is Shireen Nishat. So she talks about the Iranian Revolution and how she was able to, talk about certain issues. She's not even allowed to go to Iran because she's in exile. So I really enjoy rebellious women who are looking at really, really important societal issues that we may, not discuss because we're afraid. So it's gotten to a point where she's even in exile. So I love her work. It's very, very beautiful, very abstract. She's also a filmmaker, so her films are really short and intense and address a specific cultural issue. So I love that about her. I forgot the second question. Well, currently, as I mentioned, I'm more in arts education.
Please, let's have one house. Sorry, we're almost there. Almost there.
Yeah, my current focus is just on arts education and building a creative community in my hometown. So we have a small center that we are trying to revive because, logistics and the national grid is not a joke. So, but we are really trying to have a small creative hub where people can do workshops, where they can come and read, and where they can do their editing. And I'm happy that we have, strong internet now. So we're trying to open the space and have more exhibitions. So my focus has sort of shifted on always being in the field to always more being in the classroom and being a teacher. And I hope that, anyway, somebody believed me enough to give me a grant, so I'm happy that we have a 2-year grant.
Congratulations.
And we're excited about what the space does. Currently, it's a logistical nightmare, but we will get through it, and I'm very excited about the project.
Okay, and lastly, your ideal vision of a visual culture in this
Well,
country.
for me, I think that when I see award shows, that is when I become even more depressed because you now start to see the lack of representation there, in the films, in the photos. But I think over the last 10 years, we have seen a shift. There's a lot of women who are pushing for more women in the field. And like she said, I just wish that we'll get to a point where talent is looked at, the quality of work is looked at, and then you're chosen because you're talking about a very vital thing. You have a specific thing that you're giving. They say the je ne sais quoi or something like that. I hope that we get to a point where we focus on that, and then we also, push for people, creatives, whether they're young or old, we push for that. But having said that, it's a generation where we have to start from the beginning. Like, you have to build that community that you are looking for. So with time, hopefully, there'll be more women in the media so that we'll get to a point. But that is why actually teaching is important. You have to teach and, raise the new generation so we get to that dreamland where everybody is equally represented.
Thank you so much. I think just to wrap up, I would like to, you mentioned Issa Rae, and there's something she said about community, which also is the point you were making, that it's not even enough to network vertically, but also network horizontally with your friends. Those are the people you're growing with. Those are the future, the next generation of the Mo Abudus and the Avas and stuff. Because we have to lift each other up and do this together. So thank you all for listening. This has been really, really inspiring. And we want to thank the Swedish Embassy too for putting this together, and Abuja Photo Festival. Please, once again, a round of applause for Fatih Abubakar. Another resounding applause for Chavala. Okay, it's been such a pleasure. My name is Nana Sule, and have a good afternoon.
And a round of applause for Sule, Nana. Thank you so much. We're most grateful. So we will take a quick music interlude now from Seth. He'll be, trailing us to quite a few sounds on love and on peace. Thank you so much. The ambassador, please, could you join? Please, could you join for a group photograph, please? Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Seth, please. Frederick, you're joining the picture now. All right.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for this privilege. My name is Seth Adei. I'm a singer, songwriter, a Web3 artist, and of course, I'm a creative. I do a little bit of photography and cinematography, so yeah, this is almost like my family. So I'm just gonna be doing some of my songs here, and I just hope that you guys would enjoy it. All right, let's go. Can we take it up? Oh, yeah, yeah. sitting there. If I am now, oh, yeah, yeah. Listen, say, so baby, come closer. Show me that you're ready, come closer. Baby, come closer. Show me that you're ready, yeah. Baby, come, ooh, show me that you're ready, come closer, yeah. Baby, come closer. Show me that you're ready. So baby girl, I will miss you. So I'm in a rush to come back with you. Oh Lord, the fact you give me reasons to be a better man wasn't so easy, yeah. Girl, you got me feeling the top. You organize my life and you make me deep up. It's like a spiritual touch, and nobody else can give it. So touching, yeah. On my knees can't get enough already. Show me something I've been wanting already. I know feature take your love for granted. If you're down with me, like I know already. Baby, come closer. Show me that you're ready, come closer. So baby, come closer. Show me that you're ready, yeah. Baby, come, ooh. Show me that you're ready, come closer, yeah. Baby, come closer. Show me that you're ready. Hello, guys. I understand that we are all having really exciting moments. So yeah, just a little bit on what I do. Like I said earlier, I'm a singer, songwriter, and of course based in Abuja here. So this is me putting out my craft out there for everyone to resonate and correspond with all that I do. So if you don't mind, vibe with me. I'm just gonna be doing 2 songs and then I'll be out of here. So let's go. Is there a way we can take the volume up? All right. Now, yeah. And yet I want to love you. Only you, listen. Pause and replay memories non-stop. It's a loop inside my head. If you check my heart, every beat and count is a rhythm of your name. Ecstatic ecstasy, which continue to be wow. Make a rendezvous, what I'm on. My lover, yeah, you got me coming over. Wanting all of you, and yet I want to love you. Only you, I am a superwoman. You got me falling over, loving all of you, and yet I want to love you. Say, so give me a time and place. I go there for your space, oh. Anything you want tonight, I did. Give me a time and place, oh. Make her come relate, oh. Transparency, I don't even know. My heart gets a beat when I see your call. Got me wanting even more when we fight. I don't even keep scores. If that's love, it ain't war. Say she wanna give me all the energy, the things that I do to her. I swear she gon' remember me forever. And our ex or our next can do it better. I see your heart, it keeps beating when we're together. Yeah, tell me what you want, is it love? Cause I got plenty, hey, not enough. Said he's gonna let me, yeah, if the love don't know he could do it for a good cause. Guitar, strong words, love songs. You know how we do it, girl, you know how we do it. How the nigga lose a girl, I said a nigga stupid. Girl, you is the best, that's the only way to put it on. Just one touch from you, girl, got me hypnotized. Oh yeah, I can't deny what I'm feeling. Yo, you make me feel just fine. Ooh, my lover, yeah, you got me coming over, wanting all of you, and girl, I want to love you. Only you, I am a superwoman. You got me falling over, loving all of you, and girl, I want to love you. Say, give me a time and place. I go there for your space, so anything you want tonight, I did. Give me a time and place, so to make her come relate, so transparency, I don't even notice. This is a new song, and then it's gonna be coming out very soon, so let's go. Thank you so much. Ooh, yeah. Hey. Listen, captivating me tonight. I wanna be right here, wanna be right there, right inside. Show me what you like. And I'ma be right there, I'ma be right there, right in time. Never leaving you wanting, give me your loving. Me, I could stay there by your side. Never take you for granted, give you my last name. Prioritize our love for life. I could give you my last name, prioritize your girl. Because every time we look at your face, although I know they're losing my gaze, I want to hold your hands and put it in your need. Oh, oh baby, look in my face. You they make me, they put my life in order. Oh my girl, me and you go there. Oh, me I know they play. Hey, our love you go there. I'm never giving my loving to nobody. Let me put our loving on it. Liberate me from my days as a loner. Give us the Caesar to Caesar. Anything evil we put them asunder. We go bind down, we pray and come full. She no say I did for you. I don't gonna let nothing to stress you. Together we gon' find the solulu. Never leaving you wanting. Give me your loving. Me I could stay there by your side. I never take you for granted. Give you my last name. Prioritize our love for life. I could give you my last name. Prioritize your girl. Anytime when I look at your face, although I know they're losing my gaze, I want to hold your hands and put it in your need. Oh, oh baby, look in my face. Oh, you they make me, they put my life in order. Oh my girl, me and you go there. Oh, me I know they play. Hey, our love you go there. I'm never giving my loving to nobody. Baby, make we put our loving on display. Baby, put our loving on display. I'm never giving my loving to nobody. My lady, I see me and you go stand together. My girl, me and you go there. Thank you so much. My name still remains Seth Ade. Thank you so much.
Baby, come closer, show me the duty, come closer, baby, come closer, show me that you're ready, baby girl, I really miss you, so I'm in a rush to come with you, alone and fair, you give me reasons to be a better man, it wasn't so easy,
All right, thank you so much. Please let's put our hands together for our men in uniform, the naval band. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, officers, for coming to serenade us today. We deeply, deeply appreciate the melodious song that you gave us. Thank you so much, sir. We're most grateful. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the festival continues tomorrow. We're supposed to have another session now, but for some technical reasons, there is a delay in the speaker's flight, so he won't be able to make it. So his session has been moved to tomorrow by 11:30. He'll be speaking to us on ethics and professionalism and how that can impact on the work that we do as creatives. So tomorrow morning, Onye Obanatu. How many of us know Onye? Okay, the crowd is not in the room. All right, so Oye is somebody you would want to listen to. All right, so tomorrow Oye will be talking about how you can brand yourself as a creative and how that leads to business opportunities for you as a creative. He will build on what Kelechi Amadi had. Okay, all right. So Onye Obanatu will build on what Kelechi Amadi talked about today. You don't want to miss it. All right. So tomorrow's session starts by 9 o'clock. 1 person in the hall, 100 people in the hall. We are starting. All right. So enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Network, see the exhibition, take pictures, make friends, extend phone numbers and business cards. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.